up, guys? Welcome back to another one of my videos. If you haven't seen any one of them and you don't know who I am, my name is Chris, and I ride a 2019 Harley Davidson Fat Bob. Today's video is about a dyno, pretty much all about performance. So I have 1,000 miles on this bike, and I'm on my way right now to the dealership to get my 1,000-mile service done and a dyno. Now, I know a lot of you are probably, well, like, why are you getting a dyno if you haven't had anything done to the bike yet? Well, there's a couple reasons for that. One, I am skeptical of everybody's specs on websites, basically, of the vehicles. I think that it's always a little bit different. Plus, it depends how you break it in. If you believe in break-in stuff like that, tolerances, there's a whole bunch of factors that play a role into it to get exact. I want exact numbers. I want, if it's off by 2 pounds of torque, I want to know that, because I want to know exactly how it is impacted by the upgrades I do over the course of the life of the bike. So like I said, it's completely stock, 1,000 miles. After they do the tune-up, service it, whatever, make sure everything is good in specs, flush out the fluids, change everything, then they're going to do the dyno. And I understand dynos are expensive. They're like $300-400. Part of, when I got this bike, I got the VIP, which is basically 3 years free maintenance, which is also why I'm going to the dealership for my 1,000 miles maintenance. It's 3 years free maintenance. And I got a bunch of other coupons in the book. One of the coupons is one free dyno. Now, I know it's going to be at least a year until I do a full stage one, if even a year. So I know I got a year to save up for another dyno test, if I want one. But I want to have a dyno at every step of the way. It's just me. I've never done that before. So I really want to see how different components affect the bike. And, if stuff is even worth the money. So I'm about to get on the highway, and then right after I get off the highway, the Harley dealership is right there. So there's really the wind is going to probably be way too much on the highway, so there's really no purpose in recording after I get off the highway either, because like I said, the dealership is, I want to say honestly, the dealership is like 0.5 miles away from the exit. So the next time you see me, I will either be riding home or I will be sitting at home, and I'm going to review the online specs of what this engine should do. It's the 107, by the way. So I'm going to be reviewing what specs claim the engine is capable of and what the dyno show it actually has. So hopefully it's right on spec and or more than they rated at. But I will see you guys in a few minutes. Actually, well, for you, it's going to be like 3 seconds, maybe with a cool transition or something like that. So, all right, guys. See you then.
I want to apologize. I have absolutely no idea what happened to this audio clip. While editing this video and playing back the audio clip, it sounded super choppy and almost like there was a radio interference with it. Like I said, absolutely no idea. The only thing I can think of is just there was a bad connection between Bluetooth, being the phone and the headset, the comm system and the helmet. I have no idea. So I apologize. Really nothing important was said. Basically, people say that the 1,000-mile service will make the bike run better and you'll feel the difference. The only thing I felt was that the clutch was a little bit smoother, and I don't think they adjusted the clutch cable differently than when I had it, because it still felt like the release points and the friction zone were in the same areas. But maybe they just lubed it a bunch, or maybe changing the oil and getting all those initial kind of metal filings and everything out of the primary case just smoothed up the action of it in general. So either one is a possibility, but they also cleaned my bike for me, which was cool. I'm not sure if they do that every service or if they just did it because they had a little extra time since I had to leave mine for a day. That next point, it's the following day. So I dropped it off on a Saturday. We had stuff to do Saturday. We had a date night, so it just took a long time. It took about 5.5 hours for the initial service plus the dyno, because they got to set up everything and then do all the pulls with it and everything. So we wound up picking up Sunday morning, and the Sunday happens to be Mother's Day. So the next time you guys will see me on this video, again, for you guys it'll be like a second or two, but it will be later on during the day before we're going out to dinner for Mother's Day with the family. So now, when I go home, I'm going to go pamper the wife and give her what she deserves for Mother's Day and try and make her life easier for a few hours at least. So I'll see you guys with the review of the dyno sheet in a second. Alright guys, so inside the garage, it's later on. Family's getting ready for dinner, for Mother's Day dinner with everybody. And I'm already done. I just got to put on a different shirt. We got a few hours, so I figured this is a good time to do it. That way when I come back tonight I can finish piecing this video together and put it on YouTube. So according to Harley's internet specs for this 107 Milwaukee 8 motor, okay, they say 107 foot-pounds of torque at 3,500 RPM. The dyno showed 99.85 foot-pounds of torque at 2,530 RPM, 2,530 RPM. So that's interesting in two different respects. One, the RPM band for peak torque is different, and the fact that it's just a hair over 7 foot-pounds of torque less. I broke this in according to how the manual stated. I believe for the first 50 miles, don't go over, I think it was like 2,000 RPM, and then after that, between up till 500 miles, don't go above 3,500 RPM. I think is what it said. I'm sure different miles are different, but so that's what it is. According to the internet, I could not find horsepower at all. Not on the Harley site. I'm not sure why, if I'm just stupid and I can't find it or what, but I couldn't find it. So, according to the dyno, peak horsepower happened at 4,660 RPM, and it was 74.03. Okay. Now I'll post a picture of the dyno sheet so you can see exactly what it was. And it looks like, yeah, that's about it. The dyno is pretty easy to read. You'll see horsepower is on the left, engine RPM is on the bottom, and torque is on the right. So the RPM is just showing you what the torque and horsepower are doing through the bands of RPM. And then one line, the top line, I'm not sure if it'll come across good on the video, but the top line is light gray, that's your max torque. And the bottom line is darker gray, it's almost like a black, and that's max power, which is horsepower. So, alright guys, thank you guys for watching very much. I appreciate it. Please let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, yada yada. You know the drill. It's YouTube. Hit the bell if you really like my stuff, and I appreciate it. Alright guys, until next time, ride safe, have fun. See ya.